内が命。久しぶりだな、サスケ。
Hi, my name is Austin, and as you can see, I'm fighting a dragon. In reality, of course, this is impossible, and that's the whole problem. I'm actually stuck in virtual reality. There's no way for me to get out on my own, and if I don't get out now, this dragon is going to take what's left of my health points. I have no idea what'll happen after that. It all started on my 16th birthday. My parents gave me an awesome gift that I wanted for a long time. A virtual reality headset. My dad works in the gaming industry, and his company is developing a new product, the perfect virtual reality headset, with full game immersion. There's nothing else like it on the market yet. I was seriously excited to be the first one to get my hands on it. It comes with a special clasp that keeps you from just taking off the headset whenever you feel like it. That way, it doesn't come off while you're playing. The clasp is controlled by a special remote control and a bunch of buttons on the outside, so even the strongest person in the world wouldn't be able to pull it off. Dad warned me that it was still in the experimental stages, so I shouldn't get too carried away. He said that I could only play for an hour a day. That bugged me a little because the new game was so interesting that I didn't want to stop playing for even a minute. It took place in a fantasy world with dragons, elves, and orcs. There were NPCs everywhere with interesting quests, and the game world was large and very lively. There was always something to do. I fished and fought with mobs, saved women and children, and even practiced alchemy. And it felt so real that it was more like I was actually living in the game world, not just playing. Only this exclusive virtual headset could make me feel so immersed. Unfortunately, my parents were strict about the 1-hour rule so that I wouldn't get too carried away. The moment things got interesting, my father used the remote to turn off the headset, and I was back to the real world. Back to a world where everything was gray and dull, with nothing to do but go to school and sit through boring classes, and certainly no action. But then, I finally got the chance to spend the whole weekend playing the game because my parents were going to visit my grandmother out of town. I pretended to be terribly ill so I could stay at home and devote all of my time to my gaming adventures. My parents told me to be responsible and reminded me not to play for too long. Of course, I promised them I wouldn't touch the headset at all, but as soon as they shut the door behind them, I immediately plunged into the other world, thinking that nothing terrible would happen, but I was wrong. Virtual reality overwhelmed me so much that I lost track of time. All I could think about was the quests and the rewards that I would earn. After many long hours, I finally started to feel tired. I decided I needed to log out of the game, but to my horror, I realized that I didn't know how. As I mentioned earlier, my father usually pulled me out of the game by turning off the headset with the remote. I had never done it myself. Dad did explain something to me about how to shut it down, but I wasn't really paying attention. I thought it would be easy enough to figure it out myself. I couldn't even take off my headset because I couldn't remember the correct combination of buttons. I started to panic a little because my mind was still in the other world, but my body remained in reality. What if something happened? An earthquake? A fire? A flood? And I couldn't even save myself. In the end, I decided that I was panicking too much. I had nothing to worry about. Well, I'll stay in the game a little bit longer. What was the big deal? But then I realized that I was having a hard time reacting as quickly, and it was getting harder to think. I no longer understood what was going on, so I often failed even elementary quests. But that wasn't the worst part. Even though I was in virtual reality, I felt what was happening in the real world. I was desperately hungry, but I couldn't do anything about it, because I couldn't see anything or move around normally. My muscles were already aching from being in the game for so long, and I had a splitting headache. I couldn't help myself at all. I was suffering, but I couldn't stop playing, and a frightening thought came to me. I was stuck in the game, and I could only get out when my parents came back. But I had no idea how many hours or days had passed. Maybe they would even want to stay with Grandma for a little longer. I didn't know. I couldn't even pick up the phone. In the game, I couldn't just do nothing. It was designed so that if a player is inactive for a very long time, then he gets dropped down several levels and has to start all over again. It's a strange system, but the developers decided that it was a good idea. I had to keep doing easy quests, such as collecting flowers or plowing an NPC farm. But then something happened. The plot of the game made me go into a gloomy castle where a huge dragon lived with a bunch of nasty orcs. They were guarding their wealth and, of course, holding the beautiful princess captive. Naturally, I needed to save her. Even though I was exhausted, I decided to complete this quest, but it would be better if I didn't. So far, I've never died in this game, which made me feel pretty confident. I had no idea what would happen once a character died, and while I was fighting my way to the dragon, destroying hundreds of stupid mobs, I lost half of my virtual lives, and so, with a broken weapon and half of my health, I stood in front of the dragon. And so, we're back to where my story started. I didn't have any potions, so I just started to fight. Relying on my skill, I was so naive. The dragon almost killed my character, and I was really scared. And what if I die in virtual reality and in the real world? After all, no one knew what happened when you died. Even my father couldn't give me a definite answer. When my HP got really low, I stopped fighting and panicked. I ran around the arena to get away from the dragon, hiding behind columns and stones. It was so scary that even in the real world, I was trembling. I ran as fast as I could to the exit, but ran straight into an invisible wall. You could only leave the arena if you killed the boss. When the dragon dealt me the last blow, I yelped, and then suddenly darkness appeared. I was falling endlessly. I found myself in complete emptiness, and above me was the virtual world, only turned inside out. Objects were flying all around, mobs appeared and disappeared, and I could even see entire cities. When I finally got to the very top, closer to the usual locations, the game simply didn't let me go. It forced me to fight the dragon. It killed me over and over again. The dragon seemed invincible to me. As a result, after 7 defeats, I was thrown back into the beginning of the game. At first, I let out a sigh of relief. Finally, the game had let me out of that gloomy castle. And then I looked at the interface. I lost all my loot, experience, and money. No! I got desperate. After a loss that bad, I didn't want to continue playing any longer. I just sat at the starting point and did nothing. It was boring, but better this way than starting my path again and earning achievements that won't go anywhere anyway. I just decided to wait for my parents to finally turn off the headset so I could get back to the real world. In order to kill some time and not go crazy, I did simple quests of the first levels, and suddenly, I saw a live player. It couldn't be. Was this headset already being sold? Or did someone have the same connections as me? The player sat near the river and fished. I immediately went up to him and messaged him, but he didn't answer. Apparently, either his system was buggy or he forgot to log off. However, I still got an answer from him. He asked if I wanted to play with him, but I said no. I asked him how to turn off the headset. He described the process to me in detail, and I followed his instructions to the letter, but it didn't turn off. I was still in the game. I tried to disconnect 100 times, but nothing worked. The player said that mine was probably not finished, and I could only quit by using the remote control. I just had to wait for my parents and complete the stupid quests. The other player offered me a chance to play with him again, and I decided to agree. I had nothing better to do, anyway. And so we reached the dragon again. I warned the newcomer that it was extremely difficult to win, especially alone. The first time we lost, and I said that if we couldn't kill him 5 more times, we would be thrown back to the very beginning. Naturally, we lost 4 times in a row, and we only had 1 try left. I thought to myself that if we got thrown back, I would never play another game in my life. I would be done. Finally, we waged a serious war with the dragon. We almost died, but we were able to defeat the boss with the last bit of our energy. When it was over, the princess thanked us for saving her, and then I saw the words, "Game over." We were both shocked. I didn't expect the game to be so short, but I was actually glad. And do you know what? After that, the game turned off, and the clasp clicked open. I was finally able to take off my headset, with joy and relief. I couldn't hold back my tears. It seemed to me that I played for several days, but in the end, I only spent 8 hours in it. Still, I was so exhausted. I immediately had a severe headache, and I began to move around in a strange way. It was difficult to navigate in the real world, especially walking. The objects seemed strange to me, and in the end, I couldn't even drink a glass of water normally. But the worst thing was that I constantly thought that I was about to be attacked, and I didn't even have a sword to defend myself. My brain couldn't calm down at all. It felt like I was still living in the game universe, which made me panic. I spent the whole night awake, wandering around the house, looking for mobs from the game. It took only 8 hours to change my sense of what reality was, and it was only in the morning that I was able to calm down. That evening, my parents got back, and I was delighted to see them. I didn't hide anything from them. I told my father everything. He decided that the headset wasn't finished yet and was too dangerous for people to use, so he took it back to his company and asked him about the player I met in the game, and Dad replied that it was most likely his boss's son. So I got stuck in virtual reality, where I fought nasty orcs and a dragon. I cannot say that I liked that adventure because afterward, I didn't play any game.